Today I'm going into the city. My girlfriend gave me a Bruins jersey for Christmas, but she got me the wrong size. So I have to go exchange it today. I'm gonna make a breakfast before heading out. Lately I've been listening to Mark Cuban interviews in the mornings. He's a billionaire, and he'll tell stories about how he made it. But his best stories are about his life as a college student. Because back then, he was just grinding for some extra money. And eventually, he worked his way up to owning the Dallas Mavericks. He'll tell stories about running onto the court after a win. He got his childhood dream. Stories like that make me really excited about investing and working towards the things I want later on in life. Now, I don't want to own a sports team like Cuban, but one day, I want those investments to pay for some season tickets. I have to get dressed now. Today, my outfit's really simple. I'll wear just a white t-shirt and some gray pants I just got for Christmas. Most of my pants are from this brand. I used to work with a kid who wore these a lot, so I decided to buy some too, and now they're my favorite pants. This is the jersey I'm returning. I like it, but it's a little big. It's a cold day, so I'm wearing my jacket. And I have to pack my stuff because I'll be working later. I'm packing my laptop so I can read. And lastly, my watch. That kid I used to work with was the first person I met with a watch like this one. He's probably the reason I ended up buying it. Seeing him with it just gave me a little bit of motivation. I think it's interesting how people can impact you. Now I'm walking to the train. I really like the trains in Boston. They're really old and they have a lot of character. But they're not always the fastest if you want to get around. I want to save up for a Jaguar. They have this color called British Racing Green that I really like. My girlfriend doesn't like these cars though. She says they look like cars that an old guy would drive. But that's what I like about them. They look like old money cars. So I'm starting to save up for a car. That's another reason why I'm investing. But I know it's going to take some time. And that's alright. I know one day I'll look back. And I'll talk about my train days with nostalgia. So I'll enjoy them while they last. I just got to the public library. This is the best library in Boston. I like it more than the Harvard one. It feels like you're inside of a castle. I want to get some work done here, but the tables are packed. They all look like college students. I used to come here too when I was in college. It's just so nice. These paintings were done by this guy named John Singer Sargent. He's really famous here. Boston actually has the largest collection of his paintings. Since it's so packed inside, I'm gonna do some work outside in the garden. I have a really short attention span. I always have a problem focusing. Back in grade school, I remember being in class and not being able to understand what my teachers were saying. I always thought something was wrong with me. I still do, actually. So whenever I work, I'll play music or sometimes just listen to ambient sounds. Lately, I've been using this app called Aura. It's a wellness and sleep app, and it won the Best of Apple award. And I like it because I'll play sounds that help me focus while I work. And they also have other features, like stories, CBT, and breathwork. I've been using it to play these rain sounds while I work. It helps me get into a deeper focus, and it helps me do physics. They gave me a link, and the first 500 people to use it get a free trial. I like the sound of rain. It takes me back to being a teenager sitting in my room at 3 in the morning. I remember one day it rained outside, and I looked out my window, and I see lightning strike the street. I knew that lightning had to hit the ground, but I never expected to see it. So I like the sound of rain now, because it reminds me that every now and then, you get to see something beautiful if you just pay attention. I came to the ATM to get some cash. I need it for when I go to the fruit market later. I almost never carry cash with me. But when you go to certain parts of Boston, you need cash, because they don't take cards. Those are usually the best places to go to. I'm really hungry now, so I'm going to Prudential to get some food. There's this really famous place here called Italy. It's like an Italian grocery store. And they have some nice restaurants inside. So that's where I'm going. I'm gonna get some pizza. It's really good here. I always come to this restaurant for my pizza. They sell them by the slice. And there's a really long line today. I got the pepperoni, but it had a fancier name. Since it's so packed inside, I'm gonna take it outside to eat. If you're ever in Boston, you should have a slice of pizza on the street. It gives you a chance to take the city in. There's a lot to see. I'm taking a train to North Station now to exchange my jersey. I'm taking the Green Line. It's my favorite one. I used to ride this one all the time. I just got to North Station. This is TD Garden. It's where the Bruins play. And that's Bobby Orr, local legend. I need to head to the pro shop. I'm looking for the Marchand jerseys. This guy's my favorite player. He's not the biggest guy on the team, but he's always willing to fight the biggest guy on any other team, and I respect him for it. I just made the exchange. That pizza from earlier didn't fill me up, so I'm walking to Dunkin' across the street. When I go to Dunkin', I always get the same donut. It's a glazed chocolate. It's my childhood favorite. I love going to Dunkin'. These donuts just look good. They're so symmetrical. Now I'm walking to Haymarket. It's a marketplace for fruits and vegetables. I'm gonna buy some avocados. I came here for the first time a few years ago, and I saw a guy take a grape from a fruit stand. And the vendor saw him do it and he got upset. So the guy tried to pay for the grapes to ease over the situation. And the vendor told him something. He said, "It's not the money, it's the principle." That always stuck in my head, because he cared more about respect than money. And that was a lesson to me. It's kind of interesting, because I spent this morning listening to a billionaire talk about money. And I spent the afternoon around guys who believe in respect over money. And I think you can learn from both. Maybe that's why I like Boston so much. You can learn a bit if you just take a look around. You can stand on the street corner and eat a pizza, or a Dunkin' Donut, and just watch life happen. You might learn something, even if you're just looking for an avocado.